Today we're going to talk about the first half of the fourth book of the Aeneid. Just for some explanation, the first half of this book is pretty normal, just like normal storytelling, but the second half has a lot of serious elements to it, and I would feel really uncomfortable putting jokes in the first half and then being serious in the second half. So I'm going to make a second video that should post tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. It'll post before next Tuesday about that. So we start off this chapter, and Aeneas has just finished his 2-book-long story that, like, I'm sorry you've had this tragedy or whatever, but, like, wrap it up, dude. So he finally finishes, and Dido is crazy into him. Like, was so into him. In love, which is a little soon, but whatever. Also, he doesn't ever shut up. Strange beginning of a relationship, but okay. So she's listening to his story, and she's holding Ascanius in her lap, which sounds like nothing, but it will come back later. She goes on and on. He's really hot. She really likes him. There's this one really nice line where she says, what a bitter bowl of war he's drunk to the dregs. So it's pretty annoying. She goes on and on about him, but I really like that line. So she's talking to her sister, Anna, and she's like, I'm so into Aeneas. He's hot, and he's been through this war, and he's just studly. But she's like, my previous husband, Zacchaeus, like, I married him, and he's dead, and that's sad, and I would feel really weird and, like, not being true to the gods if I went and had an affair, or had, like, a relationship with Aeneas. And so Anna's like, girl, he's hot. Zacchaeus is dead. I'm sorry, that sucks, but, like, let's say some prayers to the gods, and then you two get together. And so that makes Dido feel a lot better, and she's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it with Aeneas. That sounds great to me. So they go and they do all those rites. And then we cut to Juno talking to Venus, because Juno has noticed that Dido is way in love with Aeneas, and she knows that Venus made that happen. Dido is really important to Juno because Carthage is, like, one of her cities, and also she's the goddess of marriage, ironically, because she's married to Zeus, am I right? But that's going to come back in a second. And so she's talking to Venus, and she's like, man, wouldn't it be great if we made them hook up? And Venus is like, yeah, definitely, let's hook them up. That's why I made Venus fall in love with Aeneas. She's a little wary of what Juno's doing, but whatever, right? Safer for Aeneas that way. And so the next day, the entire party goes hunting. And by party, I mean, like, everyone, the Carthaginians, the Trojans, they're all going hunting. And so we see Ascanius at the beginning of the scene. If you remember, Ascanius is Aeneas' son. And he says he, like, cuts out ahead of all the other ones on his horse and is way far ahead of, like, all the other huntsmen. Which raises the question, how old is Ascanius? Because earlier, he's sitting on Dido's lap. And now he's riding a horse faster than anyone else. So either someone is really creepy, or he is an incredible horseman at a very young age. So yeah, that's really strange. And then Juno brings this storm down that forces Dido and Aeneas to go into this cave together where they can have some quality time and begin what Dido calls their marriage. They have sex in the cave, is basically it. They don't technically get married, but, like, it's all dramatic, and Juno's like, yes, they're doing it, it's awesome, and yeah, they're basically, like, they're ruling Carthage. And then there's this metaphor about how rumor spreads through the city. It's relevant if you're in a Latin class, it's not relevant if you're reading this for story interest. The only interesting thing is that rumor is, like, described really ugly. Like, she's real ugly. Rumor's a girl. Like, it's like a metaphor for rumor being this birdish creature. I'll include a link below of like a drawing of rumor because gross. It's like monster. So yeah, and so then we see, that's a really nice segue actually that Virgil does. Like, rumor goes through, like, everywhere in Africa, and then you go to Iarbas, who his name is spelled like this, and he is one of the many sons of Jupiter, who you may know as Zeus. And he's like, he had given some land to Dido in the past, like he gave Carthage to Dido when she was running away from her brother Pygmalion. And he had proposed marriage to her, but she had said no, she wasn't interested. And so he goes to Zeus and he's like, dude, what the heck? I thought she was my wife. Now you're letting her sleep with Aeneas? That's not cool. That's not cool. She's supposed to be mine because he's a dick. Erebus is a huge dick. But he probably has a pretty small dick. He's annoying and I hate him. But then he's like, I proposed marriage to her and she was like, no, and now you're letting her be with Aeneas? He's disgusting. He puts oil in his hair because that's something I think Greeks did, or maybe Trojans did, but like they put olive oil in their hair to make it shiny. It doesn't really matter. But he's like, no, I hate him, blah, blah, blah. And Jupiter, instead of being like, this is insolence, I will kill you now, is like, makes a good point because it's ridiculous. And so he goes and he sends Mercury down to Aeneas to be like, you gotta go. You gotta get out of Carthage. You need to found Rome. That's your purpose. That's what you gotta do. And so Mercury goes down, he puts on his little winged shoes, and he goes down there and he goes to Aeneas, and he's like, Aeneas, what the hell are you doing? Get rid of this Dido and go find Rome. Go to Italy. Go, now. And Aeneas is like, okay. Yeah, he's like, okay. And he goes and he tells his men, start preparing our fleet, but do it in secret, because I have to find the right time to tell Dido. Oh, I hate Aeneas so much. I hate Aeneas. I hate him. I hate him. The right time, that time is not going to come, and bad things happen. You couldn't see if that was me hitting my hand on the table. Okay, so that's the first half of book 4. The next half is going to be pretty serious, and I am going to be equal parts mad and sad. This book, I swear. So yeah, that should be coming soon. I'll post about it on Instagram and Twitter when I post it. Also, in more like technical news, I'm going to be traveling next week starting on Tuesday for about a week, probably a little less, and looking at colleges and stuff. It's not like I'm just bailing, and I'm not going to be able to post a video, so that's another like half of the reason why I'm doing 2 videos this week, even though they're half of each book. I will be making videos back after that the next week, though, hopefully. Maybe not that Tuesday, but soon. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time.